Hey yo guys, I'll be back with another video. You feel me? Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications that I do when you enjoy the video. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm sorry for the low amounts of audio for the last couple of videos. You know, when I first got into this YouTube mess, my brother always told me, before you ever make a video, you should always record 10 seconds. Or, well, not 10 seconds, but for example, you get into the video, you do your intro, but there could also be other things wrong with the video. So then,
so bad you willing to do anything for it?
You let the video play for a couple seconds. Then you're done, and then you go back, check, make sure everything's okay, and you would be fine. And I used to do that until I stopped because I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. That's when I've had many other problems with videos, like, for example, audio. As y'all know, I don't edit my videos because I react. There's no reason for me to edit. And I like my videos to be just raw and natural. First off, all that meme stuff, bro, it's stupid. Even my brother, like, I remember one of my friends wanted that. And I'm like, I guess we were younger, so I guess at the time it's like, nigga, are you a kid? But it's like, now when I really look at it, I'm like, nigga, are you a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even really like when Corey does some of that stuff, because sometimes it just don't be funny. It'd be like little stupid memes, and it's like, bro, we in a big 2026. Who's still doing that? You know what I'm saying? And if you are, no shade to you. I just personally don't like it in videos. But besides that, what is there for me to edit? Nothing. It's just a reaction. There's nothing for me to edit unless I want to take something out, which is usually, if I'm saying it on here, I don't want to take it out. I don't care. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into the video. So I figured that out. My mic, I guess, wasn't connected to the mic part of the thing. But, it's whatever. You can still hear me, so it's not like it was too big of a problem. It just...
Everybody get down! Now! Give me all your money!
Put your hands up!
Oh,
He's black! He's got a gun! Poor, just good enough money to pay your bills and get back to work. See, my parents didn't have a college education. They barely made it out of high school. That's why in our house, education was the be
added the they them.
all and all. But school just wasn't for your boy. It's boring, 7 hours too long, and kids can be so cruel. Now, since school wasn't for your boy, all I did was skip class and hang out with the homies all day, which is where I picked up my worst behaviors. And that, my God, is where this story begins. So for this story, I'ma take you back.
I ain't gonna lie. Once we get out of 5th grade, bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what? Maybe even like 6th grade, everything just starts to become so useless. And really, school doesn't even have to be as long as it is. Like, school really could be, think about it, right? First off, I don't need no damn elective, okay? Just give me the basics. History, math, science. ELA. If you want to add a 5th period, PE, right? And really, do we need PE? Because most of these kids passing PE be fat and obese as hell. Or even if they're not, they're out of shape. They should not be passing these classes. But who cares, right? Realistically, and then including lunch, which lunch is like 20 minutes each student. They got to get through the whole classes. Bro, school should be no more than like probably 5 to 6 hours. I ain't gonna lie. It should be no more than 6 hours. School's like 8-9 hours. School should be no longer than like 6 hours for real. And really, if school was to be math, science, ELA, reading, and you do that for like an hour each class, it would really be 4 hours. So you don't even need lunch.
To one of the dumbest moments of my life. So it was winter holiday back in my younger years. Now, winter holiday meant one thing: new gaming consoles about to drop, my God. See, at the time, all the kids were talking about the new console dropping next, the Xbox. See, I grew up a PlayStation guy, and my parents broke their back just to buy me that one PlayStation. Like I said, we were broke. But as a kid, something about being broke doesn't connect with you. In my mind, I should have all the gaming consoles I wanted. So on this particular day, I got to my brother like, yo, Lam, you heard about, you talking about that Xbox, ain't you? Bro, I want it so bad. Me too. You think mom and dad? Nope. See, my brother already knew my parents couldn't afford another gaming console. So I took the L, got to my room, and started thinking of a way to cop the new console. Dang, Tim. Dang, you gotta get your hands on a new Xbox, my guy. Now, as a kid, there's a few ways to come up with some money. You can mow the lawn and save up a little bit of money, but it's wintertime. You can ask your parents for an allowance.
You know what? Yeah, it's wintertime. You're not mowing no lawns. What you could do is clean somebody's house, though. They got leaves, you could clean the outside. Or you could clean the inside of their house. You know what I'm saying? Wash their dishes or something for like $20. That's actually a pretty good hustle. 20, 25, $30. Wash somebody's dishes.
But come on, my guy. Broke ass African parents.
Guess what? People hate doing dishes. Somebody will pay you that 20.
Here, or you about to find out. So after a few hours of pondering, nothing came to mind. Then I heard my mom go,
"Boys, it's time for church."
Dang. Now, one thing about me as a kid, I hated church. It's too long, you get to dress up for no reason, and boy, is it boring. So right before leaving, my mother goes,
"Tim, go get my Bible."
So I get to my parents' room, pick up the Bible, but right before leaving, I accidentally dropped it. So I look down to pick it up, and oh my God. You ever heard the saying, the best place to hide something from a nigga is inside a book? Ain't that the truth? See, if you haven't noticed, I grew up.
That is so true, though, because nobody's going to think to check a book.
In a neighborhood
Definitely not the Bible.
Full of home invasions. So it was your priority to make sure you look broke. No flexing, no showing off, no nothing. But my parents weren't stupid, right? They broke this. I grew up in a neighborhood full of home invasions. So it was your priority to make sure you look broke. No flexing, no showing off, no nothing. But my parents weren't stupid, right? They knew the best place to hide money was inside the Bible. So I looked down the floor and said, "Stack money."
I can never get
Odin Valhalla Rising, now available on mobile and PC, exclusively with Google Play Games.
See, so this is where mom and dad hide their money. Coming. So I pick up the money off the floor, put it back in the Bible, and hand it to my mother. So fast forward, we get to church, had a long service.
This isn't the right stand for it. Like, this isn't the right one for this mic, so that's awesome.
I don't know what you come to do, but I come to praise the name.
Finally make it back to the crib. So I'm in my room, bored to death, and then it hit me. Wait a minute. What if I take a little money from my parents' stash, buy the Xbox, and slowly pay them back each week with my lunch money? That way, you'll never find out. Easy, right? What could go wrong? So I get to my bro, "Yo, Lem, I got a plan." "For what?" "The Xbox, fool." "Really?" So I explained the whole deal to my brother, and onward, it's the next day. My parents left for work. My brother and I got to my parents' room, opened the drawer, took out the Bible, opened the Bible, and there it was. Blessings from
It's just like, you gotta think about it, right? You're doing this, and it's in the Bible. If it was in a regular book, it's still bad, but I'm like, okay. But in the Bible, like, you didn't feel no sort of like, but this is in the Bible, man. Like that should literally feel like God is looking at you like straight in your eyes, like, you really gonna take this money, man? You gonna take your parents' money, man? That's how it should feel.
Buff. Yo, Tim, I don't think we should be playing with the Lord's money. Now, I should have known, right? You never play with the Lord's work, but it's Xbox, my guy. I'ma get it by any means necessary. Now,
mind you, when most people put a certain amount of money somewhere, he's a kid at the time, so I'm sure he didn't think of this. But it's usually they know how much they have. Trust me, nobody's just gonna put $400 in a book or in a shoebox, and they're not gonna know how much money it is. I could put $20 behind this poster I have right now. Best believe if I see, or you know what, that's too low. I could put like 200 behind here. Best believe if I see a 5 missing, I'm going to know, because I'm going to remember how much money I have. Because if you give me money, I'm always going to count it. Always. So when I put it somewhere and it goes missing, I'm going to know who took it. And I usually never spend money like cash. I always put it in the bank before I spend it. So I'm really going to know I didn't spend it because I don't usually use cash. So then I'm going to think to myself, well, I don't usually use cash. So that means I just got robbed by somebody in my house.
At the time, my new Xbox cost $300. So we took out $400, just enough money for a new console, a new game, plus tax. So we get to the store, purchase a console.
When you're a kid, you think your idea is so great until you actually do it, and then you realize it was horrible. Or you think your idea, might have been good, and you don't do it, and then you realize later, maybe your parents say something, or just something happens that kind of lets you know, like, dang, it's good I didn't do that, because...
To the crib, and my brother and I enjoy the rest of the day playing Halo, my boy. So the first week goes by. Everything's cool. We play the game, hit it when my parents came home. No problem. What could go?
Especially when it's rent money. Excuse me. They definitely knew how much was in there.
Wrong. Then the second week goes by. Still played all day and night. Love the new Xbox. Then the third week goes by.
Rent money.
Still put in work. Then the fourth week arrives. Now this is where everything went left. So one day my brother and I playing.
That's why it took him so long to find out.
And then he goes, I've been thinking, but what? Why would mom and dad hide all the money in the Bible? Now, I'm a little kid, right? The heck am I supposed to know? So I go, don't know, don't care. Then my bro goes, oh my God, what is it? It's the rent money. The fuck? Never in my life have I ever damn near pissed my pants. No, it all hit me.
I hope you ain't get it from GameStop. If you went to Walmart, you can probably take it back and get all the money. I don't know if it's too long. But if you went to Walmart, Target, you can get your money back. Toys R Us, you can get your money back. You go to GameStop, yeah, good luck.
See, growing up, my parents believed to never put all your money in the bank. In their mind, someday the bank might go broke.
Which isn't necessarily bad, but it's still a new console. And on top of that, you need all the money back, not 200 of it, so...
Yo, bro, now my knees bump. See, it's one thing to steal from your parents, but taking the rent money? My parents worked all month for that one bill, and you steal it? My pops about to hand us two-face and a squabble. What are you damn tip? Just return the Xbox. But oh no, too little, too late. See, the store only allowed a 15-day return policy on all electronics, and we wait.
Mind you, 15 days is 2 weeks and a day. They waited 4 weeks. Too bad it wasn't like 30 days. I think every return policy, unless you want to do more, I think the bare minimum of return policies should be 30 days. Unless it's like shoes or something. Well, it depends. Like, for example, if it's shoes, I think it should be 30 days. But it depends as well. Like, for example, did you wear them? Okay, well, there's nothing on it. Okay, you're good. You wore them, but there's a little scuff. So, you know what I'm saying? You did make it in the 30 days, but we're going to have to take some money off. That's valid. But when it's like a console, bro, if it's coming back, fine quality, nothing is wrong with it, 30 days, money should be given back.
Way past 15 days. Remember when I said I hated church? Bruh, I became a believer. I got on my knees, looked above and said, dear Lord, I know I'm doing wrong, but please save me this one time. I promise I'll never steal again. So the Lord looked down upon me and said nothing. Just plain old silence. So now my brother and I started thinking of anything and everything to get the money back. Now my mind.
When you think about it, like 15 weeks, that's all you really need to figure out if you like a console or not. If you don't like the console, you would have been returned it before 15 days. Unless you're just too busy.
Started rushing. You ever seen the homeless people outside begging? My behind was thinking about printing a sign, go outside and begging for every dollar. We've got less than a week to come up with $400. Oh, we're about to find out. But this was the moment ever.
Want to know how I took my business to the next level? It's simple. It's Shopify. Shopify had
everything changed. See, they say God works in mysterious ways. See, it just so happened that one week was the week that we had one of the worst snowstorms in our city's history. Now, snowstorms bring one advantage to little kids, shuffling the driveway. So my brother goes, I got it. What? So we got to the garage, picked up the snow.
Mind you, right? I'm from North Carolina. Tim's from North Carolina. It doesn't usually snow in North Carolina. Now, I think if I'm correct, Tim's from Wilmington or Greensboro. Where I'm at, it doesn't snow. In Wilmington, and I think Raleigh, which I'm pretty sure he's from Raleigh if I'm correct. I don't know about Greensboro, but I do know Raleigh and Wilmington, it snows a lot. Like when it does snow, it's big. So
shovel, got outside and walked to eat.
If he would have been for where I'm from, either way, I mean, I think if Tim's a woman, we're both in the 910. But if he's from the part I'm from, it don't snow.
Each and every house knocked on the door and offered to shovel their driveway for cash. So after hours upon hours upon hours of putting in work, we finally made the money back, put it back in the Bible, and thank goodness my parents never found out. So thanks, man up above. Without you, we'll be dead. So, moral of the story. If God seems quiet right now, always remember, no one shouts when they're right next to you.
So just tell the truth. Did you go through my phone and send yourself $7,000 off my account?
I'm filing a police report right now. She going to jail. That's valid. I ain't gonna lie. 7,000 is absolutely crazy. 100, okay. You in trouble, but whatever. It's 100. 200, all right. You pushing it, but 500, you trying me. 800. Yeah, now you're not. 800 and 600 and up for real. 500 and up, actually. You pushing it, man. Cause you can get away with like $100, bro. Like your parents might be mad, but they're not gonna be like, especially if y'all have the money, like they're not gonna be crazy. 7,000, mind you, you're a 15-year-old girl. What the hell are you using $7,000 on? What are you using $7,000 on? Bro, even nails, makeup, her hair, some clothes, some shoes, probably some earrings. She got a necklace on, so probably some chains, or some necklaces or whatever. Bro, that's all I can think of. And all that stuff is expensive, but not $7,000 worth of expenses. Expensive, you know what I'm saying? That's like all of that combined. If it ended up being 7,000, you need to like
cash out.
Get your own money.
Go to my phone. Huh? Talk. What is you doing? Let me see your phone.
She struggling. Oh, that was my child, boy.
Phone. Let me see your phone.
No.
Somebody got to come up with my bread. So who stole the money? If you ain't doing, who stole the money?
You know what I'm saying? Just with this one hand. Man, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. No. You know what I'm saying? I would have, I gotta grab it. I gotta turn it. I would have brought her. I'm like, what? The other hand, you know what I'm saying? These are my kids. You know what I'm saying? This is my daughter. So first we gonna, like, bro, you better tell me now, bro. Bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? Bow, 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 bow. You lucky, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm da, 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 da. Who you talking to? Nah, like I put her up. She like let me down. I'm like, okay. Boom, I drop her. You know what I'm saying? She landed on her feet, but you come up high. She like, ah. She like, ah, it hurts. How you gonna take $7,000 from me and then tell me no? Oh, hell no. Yeah, that would have been her ass. That would have been her ass, nigga. I would have some Superman shit. But anyway, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I hope you enjoy the video. I'm out.